we find that even in rock units that have a history going back almost 4 billion years on the Earth, there's evidence of liquid water. So in the form of sediments and lava flows that were in contact with water at one time. Nowadays, all of these rocks are, of course, crushed together because they've had a long history in the crust, and they've been transformed by normal geological processes like temperature and pressure into what we call metamorphic rocks. Nevertheless, even though they have a complex history, we can tell what happened to them, and we can also tell what they originally were. So we have direct evidence of marine sedimentary rocks back to about 4 billion years ago. But the story doesn't end there. There are rocks yet older than those. They're not marine sedimentary rocks. They're kind of the rocks that you might find deep in the crust somewhere on the continents. And they're slightly older, maybe about a little bit over 4 billion years in age. And they tell us that for sure there was a crustal platform on our planet well in place 500 million years after the planet formed. But the story doesn't end there, because although we don't have rocks that extend back even further in time, we do have little minerals called zircons. Zircon is a mineral that is fairly common, but of low abundance in many different rock types. And the great thing about the zircon mineral is when it forms by crystallizing out of molten rock, it captures uranium and thorium and other radioactive elements that get incorporated into the crystal lattice. And after that crystal freezes with the rest of the rock and it turns into a rock, the uranium and thorium and other radioactive elements decay with time. And we can use this process of decay to get an estimate of the age of these little zircon crystals. And by doing so, in some places here and there throughout the world, we have found zircon crystals that go back to within about 100 million or 150 million years or so of the time of formation of the Earth itself. And a great surprise in the last dozen years has been chemical investigations of these little zircon crystals show that this watery milieu, which defines the surface of our planet, which makes it possible for life to take hold here, has been commonplace since soon after the Earth formed.